The babysitter kept talking to someone upstairs. Asterisk rain ambience. Soft piano. VHS static. Asterisk people always say babysitting is easy money. You sit in someone's house for a few hours, watch TV, eat snacks, maybe check on the kid once or twice before bedtime. That's what I thought too. Until I babysat at the Harper house and heard the voice upstairs. My name is Emily Carter. I was 19 years old when this happened. At the time, I babysat for extra money while attending community college. Most families were normal. Movies, pizza, sleeping kids. Nothing weird. Then one Friday night, I got a message from a woman named Clary Harper. She said she needed a babysitter urgently. Good pay, cash. Just one night. Almost declined because something about the message felt strange, too desperate. But I needed the money. So, at 8 p.m., I drove out to the address she sent me. The house sat at the end of a quiet street, surrounded by trees, no nearby neighbors, no streetlights, just darkness. Even before stepping out of my car, something felt wrong. The house looked old, not abandoned, but tired. The porch light flickered weakly above the front door. And upstairs, one window was glowing. Claire opened the door. Before I could knock, she looked exhausted, pale skin, messy hair, like she hadn't slept in days. Behind her stood a little girl around 7 years old. Quiet, too quiet. "This is Lily," Claire said softly. Lily just stared at me, not smiling, not blinking, just staring. Claire quickly explained everything. Lily had already eaten. Bedtime was around 10, and under no circumstances should Lily leave her room after midnight. That last part caught me off guard. I laughed awkwardly. Claire didn't. Instead, she leaned closer and lowered her voice. "If you hear someone upstairs after midnight, don't answer them." A chill ran through my body. I asked what she meant. Claire hesitated, then forced a smile. "Old house," she said. "Lots of noises," but her hands were shaking. A few minutes later, Claire and her husband left, and suddenly the house felt completely silent, too silent. Lily sat on the living room floor, coloring quietly while I watched TV. Every few minutes, I noticed her glancing toward the staircase, like she was listening for something. Around 9:30 p.m., I finally asked her about it. "Do you hear noises upstairs?" Lily stopped coloring, then nodded slowly. "My brother walks around at night." I frowned. Claire never mentioned another child. "Oh," I said carefully. "Where's your brother now?" Lily looked toward the ceiling. "Upstairs." My stomach tightened before I could ask another question. Lily suddenly whispered, "He doesn't like strangers." At exactly 10 p.m., I put Lily to bed upstairs. Her bedroom sat at the end of a long hallway, and directly across from her room was another bedroom. The door was slightly open, dark inside. As I tucked Lily into bed, she grabbed my wrist suddenly. Her hand felt freezing cold. "If he calls my name tonight, don't let him in." I laughed nervously again. But Lily looked completely serious. After she fell asleep, I hurried downstairs and turned every light on in the living room. I told myself the family was just weird. That's all. Around 11:40 p.m., a storm started outside. Rain slammed against the windows. Thunder rattled the house. And then I heard footsteps upstairs. Slow footsteps. Moving across the hallway ceiling above me, I froze. Maybe Lily got out of bed. I grabbed my phone, flashlight, and slowly climbed the stairs. The hallway upstairs was dark. Completely dark. Only Lily's bedroom door remained closed at the end of the hall. The footsteps stopped. "Lily," I whispered. No answer. Then I heard something else. Breathing from inside the room across the hallway. The slightly open room. I stared at the darkness between the door crack, and for 1 second, I swear I saw movement inside. I immediately backed away. Then Lily's bedroom door slowly creaked open. She stood there rubbing her eyes. "You heard him," she whispered. "I asked who was inside the other room." Lily looked terrified. Then she whispered, "My brother." Before I could respond, a loud bang exploded from inside the dark bedroom. I grabbed Lily immediately and rushed downstairs. My hands were shaking violently now. I called Claire. No answer. Called again. Straight to voicemail. That's when the house went dark. Every light shut off instantly. Only the storm outside illuminated the living room. And upstairs I heard running. Fast footsteps. Not normal footsteps. Too fast. Too heavy. Like someone sprinting across the hallway. Ceiling. Lily started crying. "He's awake," she whispered. Then came the voice. A little boy's voice. Soft. Distorted. "Double," quotes Lily. The sound came from upstairs. "Come upstairs." Lily buried her face into my shoulder. I backed away toward the front door and tried opening it. Locked. I twisted the handle harder. Nothing. Then I realized something horrifying. There were no locks on the inside, only outside, like someone had been locked in. Thunder flashed outside the windows, and for one brief second, I saw a figure standing at the top of the staircase. Tall. Thin, completely still, its head tilted unnaturally sideways. Watching us. Another lightning flash and it was gone. Lily started screaming. "He's coming down!" Heavy footsteps thundered down the stairs. I grabbed a kitchen knife and pulled Lily behind me. The footsteps stopped halfway down the staircase. Silence. Then the voice whispered again. "Emily." My blood turned cold. I never told anyone my name. Slowly, something peeked around the corner of the staircase. A face, pale skin stretched too tightly across its skull. Sunken eyes. Smile too wide to be human. And its body too long. Its arms nearly touched the floor. The thing crawled slowly down the stairs toward us. His joints bent the wrong way, like broken bones twisting under skin. Lily sobbed behind me. "That's not my brother," she whispered. The creature stopped moving. Its head twitched violently. Then suddenly it mimicked Lily's voice perfectly. "Help me!" Then Claire's voice. "Emily!" Then my voice. "Please!" I couldn't breathe. The creature opened its mouth wider than humanly possible. And inside its throat I saw movement. Hands. Dozens of pale human hands pushing against the inside of its skin. Trying to escape, screamed and dragged Lily toward the back door. The creature suddenly sprinted toward us, not crawling anymore. Running impossibly fast across the walls and ceiling, I barely managed to slam the kitchen door shut behind us. The creature slammed violently against the other side. The entire door shook. Lily pointed toward the backyard shed. "Hide!" Rain poured heavily as we ran outside. The backyard grass felt soaked beneath my feet. We locked ourselves inside the small wooden shed, and for several seconds silence. Then scratching. Outside, the shed. Long nails scraping slowly across the wood. Scrape. Scrape. Lily covered her ears, crying. Then the creature whispered softly outside the door. "Emily! Open the door!" His voice sounded exactly like my mother. Tears filled my eyes instantly. Then another voice. Claire's voice. "He just wants to come home." The scratching suddenly stopped. Silence. I looked through a crack in the wood and nearly screamed. The creature stood inches from the shed, smiling directly at me, its body bent unnaturally backward, its neck twitching rapidly, and behind it stood Claire and her husband. Motionless. Their faces empty, smiling, just standing there in the rain. The creature slowly pointed toward the house, and I noticed something written across the upstairs window. In dark letters. "Let him inside." Lily whispered something beside me. Something I'll never forget. He used to be my brother. I turned toward her slowly. What do you mean? Used to? Lily started crying harder. He came back wrong. Thunder exploded overhead, and suddenly the shed door began rattling violently. The creature screamed, outside, not human, not animal. Something worse would cracked around the hinges. I grabbed Lily and kicked open the back window. We ran into the woods behind the house. Branches tore against my skin as we sprinted through the darkness. Behind us, I heard footsteps crashing through the trees. Fast, getting closer. Then suddenly lights appeared ahead. Police lights! I screamed for help. Officers rushed toward us from the roadside. When they searched the property later that night, the house was empty. No Claire, no husband, no creature, nothing. But upstairs, inside the dark bedroom across from Lily's, room police found something horrifying scratched deep into the walls. Hundreds of names, including mine. And in the center of the room, written in massive letters across the floor, were 5 words. He only comes at night. Lily disappeared from protective custody 3 days later. No signs of forced entry, no security footage, nothing. But sometimes, late at night, I still get phone calls from unknown numbers. And every single time I answer, I hear the same voice whisper softly, "Emily, let me inside." Asterisk, static explosion. Screen cuts to black asterisk. Hessian.